So our horsfield tortoise has just laid 2 eggs. We've literally just collected them from the table. We've marked a cross on each of them and the date. The cross is so that they don't get turned over at any process, that they're always the same way. It's different with chicken eggs, they can be turned over and rotated, but with tortoise eggs they need to stay exactly the same, so everything forms in the correct way. So it's important that you do that. So obviously we want to get rid of any bacteria that might be harboured on the outside of the eggs from the soil where it's being dropped into. We're going to use F10 and some water. We've actually mixed 1 ml of F10 into 500 ml of water, just for a very weak solution. And obviously we're going to just use some cotton, something very gentle, so cotton wool saturated in that, and then just literally wipe all the dirt off it. So with a dry cotton wool pad, I'm just going to take off any excess that I can. You might find a bit sticks to the outside, but that's totally fine. Keeping it still all the time. And then once I've done this, I'll saturate the pad with some F10. Making sure that you kill any bacteria. I'm also going to use Hatch-Right incubation granules. This has got an anti-mold inhibitor as well in it, so we're giving ourselves every chance. We think the eggs are fertile. She was with Hamish about 2 months ago now, 6 weeks ago, 2 months. And this is her second batch, clutch I should say. Right, so I'm going to use my saturated with F10, trying to ensure that every surface, or every bit of the surface is So I've got a container to put my eggs in. This is like a microwavable one, so it's safe for the heat. It's got a few little vent holes in the top. I'm going to be using Hatch-Right. It's like an incubation substrate for reptiles, but this one's slightly different in the fact you don't have to add water or worry too much about humidity. As the heat in the incubator sort of envelops the eggs, then it actually releases some moisture from it, so you don't have to keep worrying or adding trays of water into it. So it's supposed to take care of all that for you. So I put the Hatch-Right in there. I've used about 1 inch on the bottom there. I'm gonna put my egg in now. I'm just gonna make a little, I want it to come up a little bit on the sides of the egg. So I tend to just try and sit it in as best I can. Not too, it doesn't need to be covered in it, just nicely nestled in it. So that's that one. Pop the lid on. I'm going to put them in the incubator now. They should be kept around 30 degrees. You can have them slightly lower, but it takes, the lower it is, the longer it takes to hatch. So 31, and if they're incubated around 30, 31, then they are supposedly supposed to be female. So, but obviously the temperature's got to be constant for that. Although you might heat them up and assume they're female, then you're never really going to know until they're about 5 years old. So they'll be in the incubator now for probably around 66 days. It's important weekly that you do an air exchange, so take the lid off for a few minutes, just get the old air out and put the new air in, and then obviously put the lid back on and put them back in the incubator. Check them for any signs of deterioration, whether they're going black or soft. Obviously in that case then they're bad eggs and are not fertile and not going to go anywhere. Also, you want to remove them from being next to the others in case there was any cross-contamination of any kind. But keep an eye on them, and happy hatching.